You know, last week, Jean, when we were talking about the 3 by-elections, we were talking about how really they were a bit of a referendum on Tim Houston's leadership, given that these are 3 longtime Tory stronghold seats. Certainly, he passed that referendum last evening. The party went 3 for 3, 2 seats in Cape Breton and 1 down on the South Shore.
But as you say, these were really PC strongholds. It wasn't a big surprise. Governments between general elections tend to lose by-elections more than they win them. In fact, with these losses last night, or the wins for the PCs, the Liberals now stand at 2 wins, 7 losses in terms of by-elections.
Right, and as you say, no surprise, though I don't think the Liberals really thought they were going to win any of these seats or were exuding confidence. If there was a glimmer of positivity for them, it was at least in the district of Sydney River, Myra, Lewisburg, where their percentage of the vote share went from 21% in the general election 2 years ago to 31% last evening. Perhaps a signal that frustration with the government has at least leveled out in that part of Cape Breton in the face of the government spending money on healthcare and making infrastructure announcements.
2 people who are really hoping that you're right in terms of the support level or the frustration with the government having bottomed out are Derek Mombercat and Jeff McClellan, who are cabinet ministers from Cape Breton Island. If there is one person, though, who's got to be very disappointed with the showing of his party, it's got to be Gary Burrell, who spent the better part of the last month really trying to build his brand on Cape Breton Island with very little result.
Yeah, and a frustrating result, not just because I think in the case of Northside Westmount with 7 candidates there, everybody thought maybe they had a shot at coming up the middle. But because in the case of the 2 Cape Breton seats, not only did they finish behind the Tories who won, they finished behind the Liberals, they also finished behind at least 1 independent candidate in each of those fields. And that isn't really the sign of progress that a party would be hoping for at this point.
And speaking of independents, we're going to have one in the House when it resumes at the end of the month. That is Alana Pond, who was booted from the PC caucus. It'll be interesting to see what she's able to do as an independent. And of course, we know that Lenore Zan, who left the NDP to sit as an independent, will have to give up her seat as soon as the federal writ is dropped. She is a candidate running for Parliament.